Alright, so this is going to be a pretty short little update that is going to be not surrounding, but talking about the delay of keep saying Marvels. Well, it is Marvel. Spider-Verse. I'm overstimulated. I just got back from work. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, or basically Spider-Verse 3, or Across the Spider-Verse Part 2. Alright, so to start this off, I'm well aware, as far as I've seen from the amount of reports I've been looking at from Google to Twitter, that this movie is not coming out next year, or also known as 2025, which does sound like a concern, but it also means that this movie is taken care of and it's taking its time for it to come out, basically. I know it left us in a cliffhanger, which it was a pretty petty cliffhanger, and the fact that even the leading animator said, shut up, it's none of your business. That's a petty ass way to respond of this movie being left at a cliffhanger. And the fact that they said this movie is coming out next year, like this year, 2024, and today is 2024. The movie has not come out yet. You have to understand that animation is made by humans, not by robots. And if it was made by robots, it could have been a box office flop. With all that aside, though, okay, on top of that, with the film that was shown, it was a short little film. I think it was called like The Secret Spider, The Small Spider, a Spider-Verse story. It's about a story of anxiety where you have to control your panic attacks. Definitely inspired by the Puss in Boots, The Last Wish movie, where Puss in Boots had a panic attack and is trying to I hit my controller. Trying to control his breathing. And that went viral on the internet, specifically Twitter. And now other companies and basically storyboarders of the animation teams, probably Disney, is also being inspired by Puss in Boots to do something very similar. Either a short film or a small scene that talks about a panic attack. So with all that aside though, I saw this small report of this interview. Give us a small update of the Beyond the Spider-Verse film. And it's scary. Okay, like we're not ready for this movie just from reading those words being said from Brian Tyree Henry himself, saying, quote, "There's not going to be a dry eye in the house, I'll tell you that. Good luck. It's not going to wrap up in a nice little bow what things do." Essentially, somebody's dying. Okay, like somebody important is dying. It might be Miles. It might be, well, most likely be his dad, okay? Because if you play Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales back in 2020 or just recently, I feel like that would probably tell that his father is gonna die. I think that's probably gonna happen in Spider-Verse. I mean, we haven't seen that yet. They left us in a cliffhanger in the previous movie, but also probably some Spider-Man is gonna die. Just from reading, now this is all just speculation. And I know it could have been more fitting if I have Marvel Spider-Man 2 gameplay for this video, but I don't because I deleted the game after getting the platinum. Not only that this game took a lot of stores and I did recorded some clips while I was streaming to get the platinum, but at the same time, I just didn't think I would have any use for it in the future. So that's why I deleted it. And now I got a report of Beyond the Spider-Verse now, and I'm worried. Not that the movie's gonna be bad. But this is basically a replica of Avengers Infinity War. Everybody has seen the picture of that person that was in the ambulance that passed out while watching Avengers Infinity War. That was peak Marvel, okay? Like, everybody was watching Avengers Infinity War, and then when Avengers Endgame came out, it was like unexpected. Everybody was dying. Everybody was getting revived. There was people that sacrificed themselves for the stones. I mean, the movie is from 2019. Even though it's 5 years old, it still hits home, but you just don't want to watch it again. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video of this small little update of Spider-Verse, Beyond the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man, I can't sleep. I mean, I can't be functional. Like, I just got back from work. I'm trying to make this short little video and I can't because I'm just trying to get my thoughts around and I'm saying the wrong words. What I meant to say was Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, and that's Spider-Verse Beyond the Spider-Verse. I might as well leave that in the video. So with all that being said, I don't know. We all know this movie is not coming out next year. I don't know if it's going to be coming out in 2026, hell, 2028, if that's even possible. I'm going to be 24 when that movie comes out. And funny, I think I mentioned this before, where when we watched the film, my dad was pissed because of the cliffhanger. We watched it together. Me and my dad, my brothers, we all watched it like it was Avengers Infinity War. And not only was that like a good cliffhanger, but my dad was pissed as to how well done it was made. And then we have to wait for another movie. Even though we could have watched the movie this year, the promise cannot be kept. Now we gotta wait for like, what, 3-4 more years for this movie to come out? I don't know when this movie's gonna be out. But let's just hope that it's in good hands. Let's just hope that everything goes to plan. Not trying to rhyme. And it matches everybody's expectations, just like with Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a box office hit. I don't know if this is going to be a box office flop, but let's just pray that it doesn't end up looking bad. And from the words of Brian Tyree Henry, we're not ready for this movie. Even if we are old enough to handle the topics that's going to be shown in the future. That's all I'm going to say for this short little video, this short little update. I'm a little nervous. If you guys share the same thing, I do not really blame you, okay? Even though we're going to have to wait for like a couple more years, which hurts, I'm not even going to lie, but prepare yourselves, because nobody is ready for this. I'll be seeing you all later. This is Wolf Gray. Peace.